Wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up. Wake up, Africa.
Hello and welcome, beloveds, to another Ask Dr. Mumbi. My name is Dr. Mumbi Saraki. How you doing? How's everything going? I really do pray that you are well in all your ways and that you're moving into living life truly on your own terms. We really want to thank every single person that has subscribed to the channel. Go ahead and subscribe if you haven't already. Thanks to everyone that supports us on Patreon, where we have like an expanded spiritual family. Thanks so much for supporting us on that platform. And we do share information that would otherwise be censored on many of these public platforms. I've been getting this question a lot, and increasingly so lately, where a lot of my African American brothers primarily are saying, we can't leave. We can't leave Babylon because either we have a crime record or we haven't paid our child support, which is not a cool thing, or one reason or another. And so they're like, how are we going to do it? And I sat back and thought about it. And then I've gotten emails from some of our African brothers and sisters in Europe saying, we just don't have the money to leave right now. What do we do? Beloveds, it's not going to be an option. It's not going to be a choice. It's going to be a necessity. And if you have no option to leave right now, then you need to be preparing yourself emotionally, psychologically, and, even mentally for what your spiritual rescue might be like. Because I keep having visions, beloveds, of our brothers, our brothers who crossed the Mediterranean, but this time they're not crossing the Mediterranean. They're coming across the Atlantic, like back across on ships and boats, beloveds, shrubbing there. But seriously, that's the vision I keep having. And that's how, if you want it that bad, if you want to escape the fall of Babylon that bad, then you need to prepare your hearts for such an eventuality. If you're not able to leave tomorrow, but in the bottom of your heart that one day you will leave, then you need to be getting certain things together. Because, beloveds, sugar is about to hit the fan. I think millions of people are about to or just got evicted in the divided states. There's like engineered famine. The stage is being set for that right now. And if you dig and you look at some of the, alternative news articles, you'll be shocked at how, the floods and the fires, what they call climate change, have destroyed the majority of the crops from China, from the east to the west, beloveds. And so the world is going to look very, very different in a very short period of time. And we have to prepare for that. And we have to prepare for the fact that you may not be coming back home on an air-conditioned aircraft, in comfort. I mean, those who heeded the warning and relocated or were able to relocate, you are blessed and highly favored. But for the majority, beloveds, because there'll be too many conditions that the majority of our people won't want to be a part of, won't want to participate in, that will block them from using the traditional ways of coming home. And Babylon has already set up a lot of you, especially a lot of our African American brothers and sisters. A lot of them have already been set up to kind of be stuck in Babylon, but nothing can physically stick you or stuck you if you're spiritually and mentally free. The power of your mind, beloveds, the power of your attention and the power of your conviction can literally pull you from a pit of hell and land you in paradise. Sometimes you don't have to worry so much about the how, but about just the conviction, that persistent conviction that come rain or shine, as they always say, you will make it. Come rain or shine, you ain't falling with Babylon. Come rain or shine, you ain't falling with Babylon. And if you have that conviction, then it won't matter how you make it out of Babylon. But there are certain things that you can do now to prepare yourself. Beloveds, make sure you have a camping gear, sleeping bag, tent, a little, while you can, get these things, a little stove to make food, look at some prepping channels. Make sure you have at least the basics that you can fit in a bag, like an emergency bag or get out of hell bag. Something to charge your electronics, lights, torch, candles, rechargeable batteries, those things. There's great grab and go. That's what they call them. But think that far ahead. And if it doesn't get to that, then you'll just have camping gear that you can go out into nature with. What a blessing. But get what you can while you can. Get a map and know how to read it, beloveds. Because you may have to move on foot. These are the realities. It's like they say, hope for the best, but prepare for the worst kind of thing. And that's the kind of mindset and mentality you have to have. You have to be hoping for the best. Like you'll just, you'll get all the money that you need and you and your family will hop onto, a private jet to, out of Babylon to wherever you want to ride this wave out. So that's hoping for the best, or it won't get to that and you'll be fine and the zombie apocalypse won't happen and, the world isn't ending. That's that may be what you're hoping for. That may be the best outcome you're seeing. But you have to prepare for the worst. And preparing for the worst means that you may have to leave Babylon by foot, beloveds. Let's take a short break and then I'll give you some tips of just how to get ready for what's coming. We'll be right back.
Wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up. Wake up, Africa.
Welcome back, beloveds, to another episode of Ask Dr. Mumbi. My name is Dr. Mumbi Seraki. How you doing? How's everything going? I'm getting a lot of emails of people saying they want to leave Babylon, but they just don't have the means, or they're stuck legally, they can't leave, or they're stuck because of marriage, children, whatever the situation. But beloveds, right now, this is the calm before the storm. Some of you may get to leave Babylon in air-conditioned planes. Most of you may not. And so the most important thing you can be doing in this season is preparing your heart and your soul and your self-will. By any means necessary, I will not fall with Babylon. Just preparing yourself. It's so critical at such a time as this. Secondly, it's so important to be physically fit right now, beloveds. To be working out, walking, cleaning your place, whatever it may involve. But making sure that you're able to run a mile, you're able to run a little bit. You're able to walk for days. It's so important, beloveds. Thirdly, I've heard from a lot of my brothers and sisters who are just aware of what is coming with Babylon. And they are telling me that they're eating lean and mean right now. They're practicing fasting and going down to one meal a day just to train themselves up for what is coming. The supermarkets are emptying out across the divided states, beloveds. Like engineered food shortages are coming. I really pray that if you've been able to, you've gotten out of the cities. And if you haven't, you've watched channels like City Prepper, etc., and at least known how to secure yourself, because the city will be the most dangerous place to be. Thirdly, beloveds, get maps. Get a map of the whole world, the divided states, etc., etc. A physical one would be better than an electronic one. And learn how to read that thing. Get a compass. Learn how to use that thing so that you can navigate your way out, beloveds. Because if you've taken a certain stance right now, it's going to get real. sooner than many are prepared for. But there are some who are going to stand till the end, beloveds. And as always, start to connect to your spiritual team. Start to connect to your angels, your guardian angels, your beloved cosmic ancestors, your bloodline ancestors, the Most High Creator, the Mother of Creation. Like, start to connect, start to have more of a spiritual reality than a physical one. Because many will be saved, beloveds, but not in the conventional means. Because the fall of Babylon cannot be stopped. But the minute you say that you're not falling with Babylon, then immediately a spiritual rescue team is sent your way to help you get out. And you just have to, expand your vision, expand your horizons, expand how you think you can do things, expand what you believe you can do. Strengthen your mind, beloveds. Strengthen your heart. Because if you're still in Babylon when the hour reaches, that's what it's going to require for you to get out. It's not so much physically, because, we live in a mind world. Can I say that? From the mind and spirit, reality is born. So it's more about strengthening your mind and really holding on to faith and conviction and not allowing fear to penetrate at all. Because they've taught us to be afraid. And once you're in a state of fear, it really limits your options, beloved. And strengthening your mind also means like preparing, not because they're lying about what's about to come, but they've lied about everything. And if you're still holding on to one narrative or another, it will take you down. But be prepared to leave Babylon, but sometimes by unconventional means. You may have to come back home the way your ancestors left. Like not in, but by ship, by boat, beloveds, by canoe. And it will be interesting to see how close we really are. What if the Caribbean really is just 3 hours away? So they say. Is it myth? Is it legend? Or is it truth? Tuko pamoja.